morning, mentors. I hope that you are enjoying your Monday despite the rain, but I am hopeful that it'll bring some cooler fall temperatures our way. We just wanted to encourage you guys. We have more groups starting. I'm starting a couple this week, so that's exciting. But for those of you who are still waiting, just know that us coordinators are working really hard with the counselors to finish up all that last minute paperwork. Just keep an ear out for communication from your coordinators. As you know, last week JCPS was on fall break, but this week starts fall break for a lot of our other districts. So you don't have a group this week. But I will note for all my Oldham County mentors, your fall break is in 2 weeks. So that starts on October 20th.
All right, so around this time of year, we do talk about progress notes a lot, but this time we are talking about one more small and one pretty significant change we're making to progress notes that a lot of you all will be familiar with, but with this new website we wanted to make sure we made. So you will see now, if you go to your progress note link that you've been using, there will be a question once you fill out basic information that asks you if your group took place this week. Obviously, if you met with your kids, click yes. It'll go to all the other questions that you usually answer. If you did not meet that week for an emergency or something something that the school came up that's not on the school calendar, again, things like fall break you don't have to put down, there will be a question that says, why did your group not meet? And then that's all you have to fill out. So we try to make this so you don't have to answer as many questions if your group did not meet. We still need that note. We still need it sent to us, but that should make things simpler for you. So if you have any questions about that, let your coordinator know. And then also, this was requested by a number of you all. At the end, once you filled out your progress note, it says thank you. There's a little paper plane in the picture, and then right below that there's this text that says, do you want to download your text, or something along the lines of keep or view what you just filled out. So if you want to do that, you click that button, and then there's another button at the bottom where you can export it. You can turn it into a PDF, and you can keep that for your own files if you would like to do that. If you need any help with this, of course, talk to your coordinators about that as well. Hopefully that'll be something that helps you, and we look forward to seeing the progress notes to come.
Hey, it's Landon. I'm here with a resource for you all to try to do in your groups this week or maybe in the future. And it's really simple, but it may take a little bit of preparation. So you need some paper, just some copy paper will work, and then maybe a marker or pencil or pen, and that's it. All right? Maybe some tape might be helpful too. But you get a piece of paper, and if you're able to cut it into a cross like this and then fold it into 6 squares to make a die. You fold it up just like this, and then you could tape it and put the little dots everywhere, or you could bring a die from home, a pair of dice if you have that too. That might be easier for those of you like me that struggled for about 15 minutes to do this, but all you do is you take this together, and then how the activity works is on a separate piece of paper, or maybe just in your head or on your phone, you can note down 6 questions like, if you could have a superpower, what superpower would it be? Or who is someone you look up to, and why do you look up to them? Or what's the best dance move? Anything like that, you write them down on a piece of paper, and when they roll, they land on a 4, they have to answer number 4, and you can talk about it and laugh and get to know each other even more. And you can adjust that to what age of students you are mentoring. Hopefully that could lead to some further discussion.
Well, for this week's devotion, we're going to be in Matthew 6, specifically verses 26 and 27. It's a very familiar passage I think a lot of you all have heard, but I think it's a good reminder for life and also as we're doing mentoring. So verse 26 says, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or stow away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life?" So obviously in this day and age, we're talking about anxiety and worry and all the things that we're worrying about a lot. And of course, sometimes it's not as simple as give it to the Lord, but I do think it is a really cool opportunity that we have when we face these struggles, when we face these things that we're worried about, that we can bring these to our Heavenly Father. We can find comfort in the fact that He does have us and he is providing for us. And so I think as we're getting these groups started and going into mentoring, I think there's a lot of things that you can worry about, whether it be how the group goes, what you're going to say, but also the things that even these kids are experiencing, the lives that they go home to or the trauma that they've experienced. And so I think in many ways these are the things that we can give to the Lord, that we can, of course, go to Him in prayer with, but really also just remember that He does have us, He does provide for us, and that's a really beautiful truth to rest in. So I hope you this week are able to take that into your mentor groups and into your lives as well, that He has our backs and He, of course, is providing for us.
And what is your favorite dance move?
Can you give it to, please?
What's it called? What's the most famous one in the world?
The most famous dance move?
There's one like every kid knew how to do a year ago. Gritty.
The gritty. Oh, okay.